Connecticut Democrats prefer invoking the 25th Amendment, saying it would allow Congress to focus on moving on from Wednesday's riot. Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Mike Savino is joining us live from our state's capital with more on this. And Mike, why could this actually be easier for Congress?
Well, Aaron, that's because it would actually, in this case, be led by the vice president and members of the president's cabinet. And it has been invoked in the past, including twice to temporarily take away the president's power, but never has the president's mental fitness been in question.
I don't know what other option we have, because even this morning, the president is once again sending signals.
Calls continue for the removal of President Donald Trump from office after Wednesday's riot at the nation's capital. Connecticut Democrats are on board, but realize there's a question about the best way to do that.
That's a question that Congress is going to have to take up.
They could seek impeachment again, but Connecticut Democrats say they'd prefer invoking Article 4 of the 25th Amendment. That would require the vice president and a majority of the cabinet agreeing that President Trump is unable to fulfill his duties.
There's no stipulation in the amendment or any of the accompanying laws about a physical or mental examination.
It's twice been used to put the vice president in charge. Former Presidents Ronald Reagan and George W. Bush making requests themselves after surgeries. Never has the 1967 amendment been used to question a president's mental fitness. Democrats say Trump's actions leading up to Wednesday's riots leave no question.
He is unfit to serve in that office. He should not be there another day.
Trump can object to invoking the 25th Amendment, requiring a two-thirds vote from each chamber of Congress to strip his powers. UConn professor Ronald Shuren says Trump and his supporters could push back.
Most people say you do not use the 25th Amendment when the president acts in ways that you don't like.
Connecticut Democrats say invoking the 25th Amendment would make it easier for Congress to move on from Wednesday's riot. But they also support another impeachment vote should Vice President Mike Pence refuse to invoke the 25th Amendment. And there's one other important distinction here. Experts typically agree that the 25th Amendment doesn't actually remove the president from office. It just puts the vice president in charge. Meanwhile, impeachment does remove the president from office, and the Constitution is clear that the president cannot run for office again. Live from the Capitol, Mike Savino, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.